The next topic that we are going to discuss in time domain analysis is steady state error. So this is a important topic. Okay. So the first question here is, what is meant by error? Okay. So we have some desired output that we want to achieve. Okay. And there is the actual output. The difference between these two is called as the error, right? So we can write desired output minus actual output. This is the error. Okay. Then what is meant by steady state error? Okay. Steady state error is nothing but the difference between the desired output and the steady state response. Okay, so whatever response that you are getting finally after the transients die out, that is a steady state response. Okay, so the desired output minus the steady state response will give the steady state error. Okay, so if you say the error output is C of t, okay, then steady state response is found as C of t as t tends to infinite. Okay, now steady state error, this can also be found from the error. Let us say the error is E of t. Okay, then steady state error will be E of t at as t tends to infinity. Okay, so this is how you can find out the steady state error. Now we know that a closed loop control system or a feedback control system will have a standard form like this, right? Here we have the input, here we have the feedback signal, and here we have the output. Okay, so this is the place where the input is compared with the feedback signal. Okay, feedback signal is some information that you're getting from the output. Okay, so this is where the comparison is taking place. Okay, so if you take a unity feedback system, okay, the feedback signal will simply be the output. Why? Because for unity feedback system, H is equal to 1. Okay, so here H will be equal to 1, then feedback signal will simply be equal to the output, right? So this is what is a unity feedback system. What happens in a unity feedback system? The input and the output are directly being compared. So the desired output is nothing but the input itself. Okay, so this input is what the output has to track. So the error we can write as, let us say the input is R of t and the output is C of t. Okay, so the error E of t will be equal to R of t minus C of t. Okay, so if you express in terms of the Laplace transform, then you can get E of s is equal to R of s minus C of s. Now steady state error, let us represent it as ESS. So this we have seen that it is the value of E of t as t tends to infinity. Okay, now if you apply the final value theorem, okay, this you can write as limit s tends to 0 s into E of s. Okay, so now this we can write as limit s tends to 0 s into R of s minus the output we can write in terms of the input as transfer function into R of s, right? So this we can write as limit s tends to 0 s into R of s, okay, into 1 minus transfer function, which is 1 minus g by 1 plus gh, but h is 1, so it will simply be g by 1 plus g. Okay, so this if you simplify, then you will get ESS is equal to limit s tends to 0 s r of s by 1 plus g of s. Okay, so this is the expression for the steady state error for a unity feedback system. Okay, so remember this point. What about a non-unity feedback system? How will you take the error for a non-unity feedback system? Okay, because for a unity feedback system we have simply taken input minus output, right, because they are being compared directly. Okay, so for non-unity feedback systems we can convert into an equivalent unity feedback system. Okay, so by some block diagram techniques we can convert into a unity feedback system. Okay, another way of doing this is to find out the actuating error signal. Okay, so actuating error is nothing but the input minus feedback signal. Okay, instead of the desired output minus the actual output, we are using the expression input minus feedback signal, which is the actuating error signal, right? So the input here is the input and the feedback signal is here. These both are being compared at this comparator, right, at the error detector. So whatever function that you are getting as the output of this error detector, that is what is correcting the output, right? That is what is responsible for correcting the output. So we call this the actuating error signal. Okay, so the actuating error signal we can write as the input R of S minus feedback signal will be the feedback path transfer function H of S into C of S. Okay, so this we can write as R of S minus H of S into the output will be transfer function into input, right? So we can write GR by 1 plus GH. Okay, so this is the actuating error signal. The steady state error will be, so this is the steady state actuating error. Okay, so we will differentiate it a little by adding A in the subscript. Okay, so actuating steady state error is equal to limit s tends to 0 s into E of S. Okay, so instead of E of S, if you substitute this expression, then you will get the final expression as limit s tends to 0 s R of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Okay, so this is for the non-unity feedback systems. Okay, so this will also apply, let us say if you take the unity feedback system wherein H of S will become 1. Okay, so the same expression you will get for the, you will get whatever we derived for a unity feedback system, you will get the same expression once you substitute H of S is equal to 1. Okay, so here there will be no confusion.